It's freezing today. It is indeed very cold. It's still early. I came here at this time hoping to get a chance to photograph the full moon, the last full moon of the year, but that is not going to happen because we got something that I was not expecting to have, but it might help. It might help because we got some fog at this already very beautiful location. These are fisheries, fishermen fish from them. They are fishermen's hats, and they lower the net that you can see there into the water, and I guess they just wait for the fish to get in there, and then they take them back up. I'm in Pornic, I think that's how you say it, in the Brittany, and as beautiful as this place is, low tide is not the ideal time to photograph it. As you can see, as you could see on the drone shot, tides can be pretty brutal here in this region of France. It is pretty flat, so when the water goes down, well, it exposes a lot of the seabed for miles at a time. And even though I couldn't have asked for better conditions this morning, this fog is lovely. I wish I had some water. That's what I had yesterday. I was here last night. The conditions were very different. It was sunny and clear, a beautiful sunset, and I was able to take a few long exposures, but I wish I had the combination of both, you know, the fog and the high tide, but I guess you can't have it all. I found this place while scouting on Google Maps, and this beach was the spot that I thought was the best because there are a lot of these fisheries here, but now I kind of wish there weren't so many of them because it's very hard to take a clean shot of one. There is always another one in the background overlapping and making the photo a little bit more cluttered. Luckily, there are more of these fisheries all along the coast of this bay, so I think that's what I'm gonna be doing pretty soon. I'm gonna keep moving on and check out some of those other spots. I believe that a lot of them are built on top of rocks instead of sand, so that could be cool too. I'm not expecting this fog to hang around for much longer. I can already see some blue in the sky, but that's all right. I'm gonna be out here doing photography all day. I'm gonna wait for high tide. That is gonna happen at 4:30 p.m. just before sunset. So it's still 9 in the morning, a long way until that happens, but I'm pretty sure I'll be able to find something even without the water. I can't help myself when it's foggy. I saw this cool building at a roundabout, so I had to get out and take a picture. That's a rather abstract photo there. How I wish I had a high tide. This morning would have been perfect. I mean, it's very good as it is, but it could have been perfect. As you can see, there are plenty of other fisheries. I think they are called carrelets in French. I'm gonna keep walking because there is one that looks very cool from here. I'm gonna try to make a photo from here of that tree on the left. It looks pretty nice, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably just keep driving around and find more spots like this one, and unfortunately just wait until the tide comes back in and I can take more long exposures, because I think that's what it really fits this place. It is surprisingly cold today. I think it's 0 degrees, but it feels much colder than that. I haven't been this cold in a while, and I come from Norway, so it's kind of surprising. I think I just have to open my mind. I think I have one kind of image in my mind that I want to make here. Is a long exposure of those things in the water, a dreamy look with a clean image and a clean background. But I think that I need to get that out of my head, because that is not going to happen today, at least until later today. So I think I'm gonna get out my longer lenses and force me to see with them, and hopefully that will give me a new perspective. This one, this one. I think that was better. I kind of like that one. I'm gonna keep trying now that I'm using the long lens. This is the 70 to 180. Of course, I can get this focal length, this focal range with the super zoom, the 28 to 200, but by using this one, I'm forcing myself to shoot at above 70 millimeters, and hopefully that will open my mind to new perspectives and to see things that I haven't seen so far. Okay, I really like these close-ups of those nets against the white sky. I think they look very nice. I need a slightly wider angle though. I'm gonna try the 50 now. I'm not really sure about the composition. I think that what I'm looking for here is more that, you see that net that is vertical. It's from top to bottom. I'm waiting for a little bit of wind, so it moves just a little bit, like right now. So I'm gonna try to capture that. I'm setting the camera to high speed shooting, so I can, because it's moving kind of fast, so I can capture that net in very different positions and then choose the one that I like the most. Well, I just shot, I don't know how many, but a bunch of pictures of that net hanging and moving with the wind right there. But this is a good example of working a scene when you see something. I am really captivated by, you know, the movement of that net. Is it's very relaxing. I know, I like it. I was trying to capture that. And also a good example of why constraints can be good. I mean, maybe I might have seen that no matter what, even if I was using my super zoom lens or a wider lens, but I think that the fact that I was using, or I was forcing myself to use a longer lens, helped me to find something like that. Otherwise, maybe I would have been more focused on capturing the whole thing, but instead I saw the little detail. Again, I don't know if these images are gonna work out at all, but it doesn't matter. I found something that I liked, something that caught my eye, and that is pretty cool. And now the fog is pretty much gone, but we still have a rather cloudy day, so that's good, and it's warming up, which is good as well, because seriously, today is very, very cold. Wow, we got some beautiful light there for a few seconds. I think I got something. I have now the light that I didn't have earlier to take that photo. I have now the light I didn't have earlier to take the photo I was talking about, with that tree on the left and the fishery, the pier on the right side. It's just the foreground that is failing me here, that I don't know what to do with it, but maybe I can do something in post, darken it or lighten it or add something, I don't know. All right, I'm back in the car. I'm very tired today, so I'm having a little bit of food. I made myself some hot coffee as well, because it is very cold, just in case I haven't said it enough times. It's a decaf though, because I think I'm gonna take a nap. It is noon. I have more or less 5 hours of daylight left, and the day is still beautiful, so I want to make more images, but I need to take a break. When I wake up, I will have to make a decision, because the tide will be higher, of course. So one option is to stay here at this location and to photograph these fisheries that I already photographed, or keep going farther north, because there are some that are farther on the beach, you know. They don't have a pier, they're not connected to the land, so they will be like floating in the water. That could make for good photographs, for good long exposures. So I have to choose between these ones here or those ones, so I don't know what to do, but that is a problem for Adrian of the future. Adrian of the present has one task and one task only, and is to rest. So see you very soon.
Turn left onto Avenue des Rives, then turn left onto Rue de Pornic.
All right, that's a pretty cool house there. I like it. Well, today was a day of very hard decisions, of almost perfect conditions in a beautiful location, but I think that finally everything has come together, because this is just stunning, and I made the right decision by coming here. Beautiful fisheries there on the beach, and the tide is getting higher and higher, so this is gonna get just better and better. I just need to figure out how to get down there. Okay, so done. Nice, I love it. All right, so the next 2 to 3 hours is gonna be long exposure after long exposure. I'm taking first the ones with wider lenses, wider angles, as close as possible to the hats, because they are gonna be much farther from the shoreline than they are right now very soon. This is gonna happen real fast. The water is rising very fast. So I just made an image of this one here. Now I'm just making the ones that I think are the best first. That one looks amazing. It's the one that I'm making now. Then I'm gonna capture that one as well. This is paradise. This is heaven. I'm gonna have a lot of fun here. One obvious challenge here is, of course, the tripod sinking in the sand. I'm using shells that I found around here to keep it from sinking. I don't know if that's gonna work. The previous shot was totally blurry because I was not using any shells. Hopefully this one works better. I found a pretty good spot here because I have the tripod resting on the rocks on the sides and this path here. So even though the water is already getting to the tripod, hopefully it's not moving and hopefully it's not going to fall in the water. What a beautiful composition this is. It's very simple and very straightforward. It's just straight into the fishery, pointing down a little bit, the thingy, the structure on top of the frame and the path leading to it, and the exposure should be done now. Hopefully it worked. If not, I'll just take it again. Oh, I got wet though. It is so cold, unbelievably cold. I'm wearing 2 sweaters and the coat and still I'm freezing. The fact that I've been taking just long exposures, and that means that I'm barely moving, doesn't help at all. Anyway, I'm here with a different composition. This time I'm capturing those 3 fisheries there. So far I had been focusing on just individual ones, capturing them one by one because I couldn't find any composition that made sense with more than one, but this one does. It's done again, another 2-minute long exposure. So far all of them have been 2 minutes. I find that plenty. Totally blurry. Alright, so I'm using this more protected spot here from the wind to use my 85mm lens to take a long exposure of that structure. That is, oh, over there, really far away. And that is because at this focal length, in a long exposure, any tiny vibration is gonna create blur, and it's not gonna look great. So you need almost perfect conditions, at least with the tripod and the camera that I have. Though that is the case, maybe a better tripod would be able to sustain a little bit of wind at this focal length, but not the one I have. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Also, it doesn't really help, maybe you can see them, that the ND filters are just hanging in front of the lens because I don't have the right ring adapter for the holder for this lens. Anyway, it's not the best shot of the day, so if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm gonna keep moving farther down the beach because I think there are more over there. I have slightly more than an hour left of daylight, so yeah, just trying to make the most of my only day here in Pornic. What a day has been so far. So cold. I just couldn't take it anymore. I don't know why I'm so cold today. I don't know if it's the wind or because I've been taking long exposures the whole day. Anyway, what a beautiful place. What a beautiful day I had here. This is like long exposure heaven here in Pornic, friends. I'm leaving early tomorrow, so this was all the time I had here. Just another break on my way back to Spain. And I'm so glad I came here. But this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the images. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.